Hey, it's Joshua Gar from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And I'm here at Oculus Connect, the developer conference for Oculus Rift and also for Samsung Gear VR. And this morning we got a couple of announcements from Samsung about new content and also a new peripheral that they're coming out with for Gear VR. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to show you the new peripheral at $99. It's a bit of a game changer, providing Gear VR to the consumer masses for a very accessible price point. Now, you got to give them a lot of credit for that, and we're really excited to get our hands on it. And I was actually able to feel a prototype version of it, so I can give you at least a couple of points that it is bringing to the table. The new Gear VR at $99 will be able to fit not only the S6, the S6 Plus, Edge, but also the S6 Edge Plus, and the Galaxy Note 5. It will be able to fit all of them because the size of the actual headset is going to be the size that you would expect for, say, the Note 5. Except on the bottom, there is a slider that will allow you to put in the S6 or the S6 Edge so that it can accommodate the smaller device. Now, that's really awesome because in the past, Gear VR was only available if you were to get new versions of them based upon the Samsung device that you probably have. I know that I had the Note 4 in the past last year, and then the Note 5 and the S6 came out, and having to get new versions of the Gear VR was definitely not really ideal for people. But now you'll be able to get Gear VR at a very good price point for all four of them, so no matter which of this year's Samsung smartphones you have, you'll be able to use Gear VR. Now, the thing about this particular headset is that it kind of weighs down on the cheeks a little bit, and that's kind of just the way that people have been tolerating the Gear VR experience. As awesome as it is, it kind of weighs things down a little bit, especially when you take off the top head strap, which is something that I tend to do so I don't mess up my hair, and Lon can attest to that as well. And what makes it really nice is that the new Gear VR is substantially lighter than any of the other iterations we've had already. Now, that's going to make it easy to bring the Gear VR for a lot of different applications, like, for example, being on a flight. Let's say you're going from LA to New York, or even an international flight. You'll be able to have this on the plane without it weighing your face down, and the lightness will make it easier for everyone, and even easier entry point into the VR way. Now, video content is where things are starting to get pretty interesting, because now there are actual partners from regular video streaming sites, in this case Netflix, that are coming to Gear VR. Now, the Netflix experience is actually kind of simple. What you're going to do is when you fire up Netflix from Oculus Home, which is the platform that you use in order to access all of the apps that Oculus makes available for Gear VR, you find yourself inside a living room. It's really the best way to put it. You find yourself inside of a living room. There's a coffee table in front of you where there are some props and everything, and basically you're there, and when you pick from a regular Netflix looking menu what you want to watch, it comes up as if you're watching it in a theater. And that's a pretty interesting way of watching Netflix. It'll give you that depth of field sort of feel, I should say, that will allow you to feel like you're at home watching TV. What you're going to be able to do is use Oculus Social on Samsung Galaxy devices on Gear VR to share in an experience with other people who have the same peripheral and the same set. Now, in my case, I used Twitch as a way of sharing an experience of watching game streams with friends. When you look inside and you fire up Oculus Social and fire up the Twitch stream, again, you're in a living room. But when you look around, there are 4 other chairs, and you'll be able to see avatars of the other people who are joining you as you're watching the Twitch stream. Now, this is nice because you'll also be able to hear the audio input from all of those people. So what you'll be able to do is share in an experience and be able to talk about the experience with them. Now, in this case, we only looked at Twitch streams, but there should be other platforms that are available, like hopefully YouTube and even Netflix, for example, because we already saw the living room example with the Netflix demo. So yeah, I'm just kicking it here with Samsung and Oculus at the Oculus Connect Developer Conference. We took a look at the new Gear VR that's coming at $99 and is only about a couple months away, but there is some new content as well. Certain games have been added in as well, but now they provide a couple of new examples of how to play games on here, but it's mostly a look and point and click experience, unless of course you're using the Samsung controller right here that you'll be able to control certain games just like that. But it still has a uniquely mobile experience, something you would expect a smartphone to be able to do in terms of gaming. But we're going to take a look at a couple of other things here at Oculus Connect, so stay tuned to Android Authority for even more as I'm here at Oculus's Developer Conference.